guys, I have terrible, terrible news. Right before I started stream, I glanced over at my windowsill, and Bubbles, my butt plant, had been knocked over and splayed across the ground like a murder scene. Soil was everywhere. Soil is still everywhere because I had started stream and I didn't get time to clean it up. Luckily, my roommate repotted her, but we don't know the consequences of this terrible crime. A butt murder. I know! It's so sad! You did it, Gibbons! I hope that she survives. We can only pray in these trying times. You find it quite humorous. She's still breathing, I think. That's the only thing we can hope for. That she can bounce back from this terrible crime. I don't know how this happened. I don't know when it happened. Just that it happened. And luckily, she's still... I mean, I guess they wouldn't show signs of death really fast like that, but she's been bitten. She's been tossed aside. Poor Bubbles. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep you guys updated on Bubbles' health status in the coming days. Hopefully, she's strong enough to beat this. Anyways, how was your weekend, guys? How was your weekend? 9 ads? Thank you for your support. I'm surprised you're behind ads now. Ads played before, didn't they? Bubbles shall do whatever butt plants do and butt. No! I believe in her. I believe that she can make it out alive. Is this the ether tree? Oh, it is. I always forget ads exist since I'm always up. Yeah. Ooh, on my weekend, so I started my course. Sadly, Dunn gave me a PSD, but it was like his model reveal PSD, so it wasn't the correct one. So we had to wait 2 days for his model artist to send him his actual PSDs. So I got them this morning, and finally I can set up his model. In the meantime, I was reorganizing this model. Yeah. My weekend was all over the place, really. What happened? What were you, what did you enjoy and didn't enjoy? So I have some, today I have some coffee. I have some coffee and whipped cream because there's nothing better than having coffee and putting whipped cream on it. Trust me, this is the best kind of drink you can ever have. The best way to have coffee with whipped cream. Scrumptious. You have to suffer on your weekend? Oh wait, no, that was Random's weekend, not your weekend. Oh, Gibbons is stuck behind ads, that's why. Welcome back! Also, I was 1 hour late because I slept in. I usually take a nap after I come home from work, and my nap extended longer. Because when I got home, instead of immediately napping, I looked at Dunn's model file, and then I poked around on it. You'd be surprised. I feel like rigging a model is 70% or maybe 60% organization and mesh work, like working on the mesh of it, and then the rest is actual rigging. I swear I spent like 4 hours just organizing my own model. Hi, Kari! Kari, how are you? How was your weekend? How's your packing going? How's your what are they called? I forgot. No, check memes. I will check memes. I'm checking memes. I'm in your country? Pappy's in Canada? Run! Gasp. Where's memes? Thank you! Gibbons is bald. No. Where did this come from? Baldness. Bald no. Oh, that was from my stream, wasn't it? Oh my god, I can't believe you still have this. You took evidence? Baffling. I can't believe this. Everybody has baldness, right? Just like, no! Nono, your model's so cute. Thank you. The thing about, I guess, I really like how I rigged my mouth though, so I don't know if I think I do have to re-rig it though, which is sad, but thank you! I've returned to my Elden Ring era. But is the course good? It's really good. It is really good. I haven't gone through it as much as I wished I had at this point because I just this morning I got Dun's model. I was working on my own model. I lost all data, so I'm starting all over again. Dang. Did you get the DLC? Nice. At least with the DLC, starting over might be nicer because there's so much new things added that maybe it'll make it feel like a new experience. Can I ask you guys a question? You know when you like look at a description of a game and then it's like Souls-like it says Souls-like Dark Souls, but like Souls-like? What does that mean? Like, what's that defining? Because I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I play a lot of Souls-like game." What is that? What kind of game is that defining? Check memes one last hour. Hard. Third person melee combat. Oh. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Got an angel. Dodge rolls, hard hitting enemies? Oh. Ooh, a healing potion. Nice. It has two openings so you can drink it with a homie. Has mechanics that are more prevalent in Soul. Oh. Also used all my seriousness up, so I only have silly left. Oh, that's okay. I only have silly left most of the time anyways. Clap. You'll die a lot. That's the vibe I get. That's what I thought. I thought, okay, it's based off of, like, when you play Souls-like game, it's hard, it's difficult, And it's based off of Dark Souls. How's the course going? Really good! It's nice to learn fundamentals. The fundamentals of things. I know a lot, but there's a lot of nuances that I didn't know, and a lot of settings that make things easier. So that's cool. I'm gonna be so powerful. I'm really excited. I'm gonna redo my commission document late after I'm done the course, because at the end of the course, there's like tips on how to take commissions, and also a lot of things can be updated on my document. Souls-like is a genre defined by difficulty, complicated boss mechanics, and strong masochist pull. Kari, are you excited for what is it? The horse game. Guys, the horse game's coming. It's horse anime girls. Uma Musume! Yeah! What's a thing you can improve on your current model? Well, I'm not actually done this model. There's, oh, improvement? I'd say the inside of my mouth for sure, because I couldn't get it correct, and also my teeth don't close. Despite my best efforts, I do not know why it doesn't register my mouth as being closed when I smile like that. I don't know. What? You know, the horse game? Uma Musume is like about if racehorses were anime girls. And they have an app, and it's like my most ideal horse game app, but it's been in Japanese forever, and now they're getting it translated, so I can finally play it and understand. Because I did try to play it when it was only in Japanese, but it was too hard. I couldn't get it. Hi, Goop Soup! Hi! Your name's so cute, Goop Soup. We can raise horses together. Yeah. I still need to watch the watch the anime. It's good! I remember me and Kari watched it together, and then we tried to watch it with a group of people, but we genuinely liked it, and the group of people were trying to meme on it, and I was like, it's a good anime, guys. It's a good anime. Right? That was so sad. That's the solution, yeah. I'll never understand what girls have with horses. You know, it's a bond. It's having the bond with horses. Have you ever watched a horse girl movie before? It's so appealing. It's like, usually what happens is the plot of a horse girl is a city girl for some reason or another. Maybe they get injured, maybe they're sick, maybe their parents died. They get shipped off to the country to live with family they get shipped off to live with family, and they have like a ranch, and it's farm life, and they're all grumpy because they don't want to be there, or they're sad, or they're depressed because they lost whatever, right? And then, hi, Spunk! And then there's a horse on the ranch, and the horse is like, nobody can connect with the horse. He's wild. He's like, or she's like, whatever it is, like nobody can tame him. Nobody gets him. And then the girl comes, and then she happens to have some moment with the horse, and everyone's like, oh my god, You connect with the horse. The horse connect. You can actually pet it. And then they have this like, you know, like friendship bond thing going. It's very How to Train Your Dragon-esque. How to Train Your Dragon is a horse girl movie. Thank you, Smug Boy. The Spirit Count is a horse girl movie. Yes, I would say Spirit does count as a horse girl movie. But How to Train Your Dragon is definitely a horse girl movie. You haven't heard everyone talk about certain? I do like horses. Cause Kari is my bestie and Kari is a horse. I mean, scroll up. I'd be depressed too if I was in a hearse. That's not my dream, Dad. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes they're in a racing movie or like some sort of like horse competition movie and it's like what the family wants and they don't want to do it, but then they connect really well with a horse. Usually it's just about, you know, like the one horse that nobody can connect with and then they can connect with it. And that's what every girl wants. It's a dragon movie. It's a horse girl movie. How to Train Your Dragon is a horse girl movie. I never thought I'd hear that before. It's true! Spirit is also about that. Yeah. Spirit is multi-leveled. Spirit, it's not, it is! Tell me it isn't. It has the exact fundamentals of a horse girl movie. A reject from his home in a land, basically, that he feels like a foreigner to. He finds a wild horse, quote, dragon. Finds a wild horse, quote, dragon. Befriends that wild horse / dragon. In a world where, you know, nobody has been able to do that before. It is fundamentally a horse movie. I stand by this. As someone who watched How to Train Your Dragon so many times, I used to watch that on my phone.
I agree with Gibbons.
What? Sniggle Fritz! I agree with Nono. Thank you, Silver. Hiccup is a horse girl. True.
I agree with Gibbons.
No! Pop cobs! Yeah, we watched Spirit is like crazy. That part where they use the horses.
I also agree with Gibbons.
Me!
I agree with Nono.
Oh, thank you, Mimi. I'm glad you changed your mind.
Gibbons.
The scene where all the horses are on that like mountain pulling all the stuff, that gets me.
Sure,
That's
I agree
crazy.
with No.
Thanks, Nickel Fence. I'm glad that you guys agree with me. No. Anyways, all this is to say, I'm really excited for the app to come out. I wish that we had a release date, but they still don't have a release date or a pre-registration.
It's my old self, ignore then.
Gasp. So, yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to these days. Alright, let's begin the game. The game? I hope we get into the bit. Me too! I hope so too! Yeah! Game of the year! I used to read Goatee as that, you know, the guy who's saying, someone I used to know? Somebody I used to know? I used to pronounce it. You used to tell! Oh my gosh. I think we're bested. Would it be a gacha game? It is a gacha game. Alas. It is a gacha game, but I'll make an exception. I usually don't play gacha games. I say that, but right now good thing I'm familiar with those, right? But it's like also horse stuff. So it's like you're training your horses to get good skills to beat other horses in horse races. But your horses are anime girls. Yeah, so I started playing this game on my phone. It's technically a gacha, but it's also not. It's like an otome game. But so far there hasn't been any like romance with like the characters. It's called... What's it called? Tokyo Debunker. Tokyo Debunker. The game, not the story of that game is so good. I'm like hooked on listening to the story of that. It's the only game that I didn't like I don't care about the gameplay. I just really want to know how the story's gonna go. It's appealing. I like it. It has a good cast.
We all agree with Gibbons.
You might try if they have a PC version. Ooh, that'd be good. If I could, my horse would walk and run on 2 hooves and is able to beat all... Oh! Could you imagine? How would a horse that walks... Oh, have you ever seen Adventure Time? And there was that horse that like dances on a ball? I forget his name, but he's how I would picture horses if they could walk on 2 feet. Because the way that their bodies are formed... be weird, right? Like, how do they stretch? Actually, I was thinking about this because I was thinking about how when people walk on all 4s, their heads are down instead of like up, like a cat or a dog or something. Like if you were running on all 4s, your head wouldn't be sticking up, it'd be going down. I was thinking about that today. And then I was wondering, how do monkeys run? And then I forgot to Google it, but yeah, that's what I was really thinking about. We're like bears? Bears, but bears can... Wait. Bears can walk on all 4s though, and have their head straight, right? How do monkeys run? Can monkeys run on all 4s? Is it because they have such short legs? Is that it? Do? I think monkeys can, yeah. Depends on the monkey too. Like I'm thinking of like a monkey, not like a lemur, like a primate monkey. Gorilla, baboon type stuff. I guess they're more able to run on all 4s because of the way that their bodies are shaped, right? We stopped being quadrupeds 6 million years ago. Yeah. But I think we should still be able to be. We ain't built like that anymore. Have you ever seen like YouTube shorts or TikToks where it's like people they have like an animal mask on and then they like hop around like a little animal? I think they're like feral type. I don't know what they're called, but sometimes they show up on my YouTube feed and I'm like, I think about it. How their head has to be going down. You mean like furries? Yeah, but like a different type of furry. Because furries technically like they stand on their 2 feet, right? That's like part of their design, to have like those big old thighs and stand on 2 feet. But these guys are like on all 4s, and they kind of do that, like nya, like that with their like hands. I'm doing it in real life right now, but you can't see. Happy lurking, Hazard! Go have some nice dinner. Have you reported those videos because it is not normal? They're just playing. They're just having a good old time. I doubt that's how they are in real life. If it is, then... You know, as long as they're not ruining other people's lives, they can be silly gooses in the forests. I think that's allowed. To be a silly goose in the forest. More whipped cream. More whipped cream! All right. I'm getting so sidetracked by chattering. Let us begin. Let's begin. Right, we met this new person! I have to think of a voice for them. Look, they're making the knife cat expression.
I have a suggestion. We should have a Nono quote channel.
Oh, do we not? Hexy, my boy! Hexy, is that their name? I'm trying to think of a Kari voice. I can't do a Kari voice. It's too unique and perfect. Your fave? So cute. I'm trying to... I guess he doesn't look like Kari. Help. Okay, I'll just read it. Do you have a nya voice? You like nya. Good mythical... No, I don't. I have like a good mythical morning. It's well past noon. It's still morning somewhere. Plus, a wizard doesn't care about things like time. Time's only relative, but also flexible. Like a gummy worm. One time, I've actually tried breaking through the space-time continuum using a loophole through the primordial vortex. And did it work? No.
It's 5
But
o'clock
almost.
somewhere.
True. I would have needed to drip a drip of primordial sea to enhance the curvature that it should have done it. I gave him a nerd voice, and I think that fits. But no access to the primordial sea. Bummer. I heard that's not very easy to get. Practically it is. Practically? Practically in theory, duh. Ah, that makes sense. I get it. You do? Of course I do. Interesting and suspicious. And are you mayhaps also a person of magic? Well, I do make magical drinks. Enchanted mixology. That indeed is a niche. Say, innkeeper, did something you make ever explode? Occasionally. Heck yeah! Welcome to the club. I think I blow something up at least once or twice a week. I'm Hex, by the way. Hex! Nice to meet you, Hex. Nice to meet you, too. Just innkeeper for now. Alright, well then, innkeeper, how about a super wheezy breezy drink for me? Any flavors you might fancy? Maybe something that'll make me focus more and perhaps help me to better understand the primordial vortex? Gotcha. What a nerd! Brainy. I really shouldn't... I think it's so hard. They're all so unique and fun. Have you finished the game? I haven't, clearly. Ooh, we can give them the sparkling nebula, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, you're one of the devs! Welcome! Have you finished the game? Well, I'm one of the devs. I started playing the day it was released. Okay, good. I'm really enjoying it. Goldfish. Too bad I never played the game though. It is what it is though. I'm not sure I would play through a game that I made. Because I feel like I would stop too frequently to want to fix things or add things. This should boost your focus like nothing else. Amazing! I can already feel the ideas cooking up. I think I figured out a way to get that primordial seawater to... Never mind. The explanation would be too complex to grasp, so... What complex reasons bring you to my tavern, Hex? Getting away from the other smartest person in Astria. And who would that be? Does it matter? You tell me. My sister. She's studying and driving me crazy with all her theories. They're so reasonable, you know? No chaos. There has to be a bit of chaos in everything, doesn't there? I wonder how she gets through life with it. So much structure. Oh! Who's this? Structure is key to everything, young lad. Without structure, there's no chaos, and thus there'd be no entropy. I found entropy to be quite essential in this work. And you are? Oh, how rude of me. Top of the morning to you, lad. And to you too, innkeeper, is it? Correct. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I suppose you may call me Scully. My actual living name would be too ancient to speak out loud. I'm an archivist. At least I used to be. Now I'm dead. Somewhat. Not completely, obviously. Under mysterious circumstances, I happen to still be conscious. So you're undead? Precisely. How? Well, I pass on, and then one day I rose from the grave. Oh, that's the wrong voice, sorry. It was like a long sleep, completely knackered for thousands of years. At least, I believe it's been thousands of years. What year is it? 1755? That's brutally long.
Top
So,
of the
how did you
morning
come back
you
to life?
laddies, my name is Jacksepticeye.
I'm not too sure myself. I woke up and walked on like nothing had happened. Thought to myself, might as well explore the world anew. Those who'd risen with me didn't seem to be inhabited by the independent consciousness. And alas, I didn't care. Those who'd risen with you? There are more like you out there? Of course! Undead rarely rise alone. They mostly serve a master. Right. However, I decided not to bother with that and go on my own way. Going south, I passed through Zoford and found a small little tavern, a bit like this one. More nautical in style. They had a lot of fish. I've never been a fan of seafood. Though I got to listen to a lot of the town's gossip. Care to fill me in on that Zolford gossip? Well, apparently a well-known noble married a commoner and decided to run off with her, leaving the family without a heir. But there's more! Bye, Kari! I will have fun! Thank you so much! Oh, the fishing has begun. Fishermen... Ah! Speaking of fishing. Fishermen fear that Zolford has been cursed by a sea witch. They say the docks are being haunted by lonely animals that stare blankly at the waves and the moon at night. Oh. And during the day they disappeared like ghosts. Bit of a weird curse. Fitting for any sea witch or wild sailor's tale. Innkeeper, say, do you have a drink for this undead fella? A drink and a mop? Just a drink. I wouldn't be needing a mop. If you say so, what would you like? Something that'll loosen up this non-existent tongue. Something full of charm and appeal. Coming right up. Yes, sir! Charmed. Charmed, I'm sure. Oops. Ooh, I really want to do the Sunny Breeze one. I haven't made this one yet. Technically, it should work, right? 1, 2, 3. Is the summer sale on right now? Oops, I messed up. Wait, did I? How do I make it like that? Do I need one of these things? Am I allowed to do this? Do you think he'll get mad at me? this is my first time seeing your new model. Thank you, Concept. Hi, Chad. Hi, Stardust. How's he gonna drink it? At least he has a mug inside him. Oh, he does! I thought that was a chair. I guess that's his tum-tum. The summer shoot starts this weekend. Okay, I need to get Dark Souls. A real charmer, just for you. Jolly! I feel like I can conquer worlds with my words alone. Oh? Not that I would ever do that. I care more about words than worlds. Archivist things, you know. I spent most of my time reading, sorting, and archiving. That didn't leave a lot of time for dreams of hubris. Are you sure? Academic hubris is a powerful one. No, it's expensive. I was waiting for it to come on sale. Come on now, that type hardly counts. Agreed, it's only natural. Oh, I think you've given me an idea, Bone Man. I did. Yes, if I can enhance the aging process of cells, the incubation procedure could... Alright, I gotta go. If my sister asks you if you've seen me, no you didn't. Thanks, bye. Oh, nice. Energetic young fella. Indeed. If you don't mind, Innkeeper, I'd like to linger here a bit and enjoy the moment. Of course. I love him. I love them all! I'm excited to see more of them. Hey, Innkeep, how's it going? All fine and dandy. How about you, Fable? I'm still very busy helping the farmers rebuild their barns and fences. Also, apparently a bunch have lost their crops due to how hot the stars were. It's terrible. Seeing all this destruction is terrible. I've never seen anything like this before either. Historically, the Lady of Gilded Sea never struck me as someone to unleash baneful omens. Apologies, my manners. It's impolite to burst into conversation just like that. I'm Scully. Fable. Nice to meet you, Fable. Again, my apologies for the impulsivity. That's alright. I was just surprised you could actually talk. Oh, no offense. I thought, usually... I'm taken. Usually skeletons don't speak. Theopractically, they don't. Theopractically? Practically in theory. Exceptions confirm the rule. You sound like a wizard. Please don't say that. Okay, let's pretend I didn't. Scully, how did you like her drinks? Surely an experience. I can feel it gurgling in my bones. Sometimes they do that. Could you also make me a drink, Innkeeper? I don't want my bones to jiggle, but something that enhances my finesse would be nice. You know, you have to be very delicate with zucchini seeds, or they'll give up immediately. Of course, coming right up. Finesse. Finesse? Finesse? Swift strike. I guess her favorite. I bet she likes it because it's green. I mean, they like it. Sorry, my bad. I always get confused thinking of my friend's OC, who looks very similar to Fable. I hope this tastes refined enough. This is perfect. You know just what I need, Innkeeper. Of course I do. After all, you're a regular. Of course I do. After all, you're my favorite regular. Oh my goodness. I am? Yes. And you're my favorite innkeeper. Thank you, Fable. So, do you think your farm work will be done soon? Oh, I hope so. Not that I don't like helping them out, I do. But I think the sooner everyone can get back to normal life, the better. Do you perhaps need a hand? I happen to have two. And I might know a thing or two about crops and fences. Sure! I could use some help carrying a few things over to Trigarin? My treehouse is just around the corner. Splendid! Sounds like quite a useful endeavor. I'll gladly indulge. Thank you! Cute! Innkeep, before I go, I have something I wanted to give you. What do you have for me, Fable? Some dried honey flowers. The farmers didn't know how to thank me, so they gave me these flowers. And you're always so helpful and nice, so I wanted to share them with you. I'm sure you already have at least 4 ideas on how to use them. Thank you very much, Fable. I'll make sure to put them to good use. So, you accept donations for ingredients? Certainly. I can only get my hands on so many infusions myself. What about recipes themselves? It's always good to get more inspiration. Wonderful! In my prior life, I had access to a lot of books about magic and potion mixing. I think I recall my assistant's favorite recipe. Ooh. Do you store it under your hat? Of course! Where else would I keep it? Fair enough. Thank you for the recipe. Innkeeper, thanks for being such a patient and pleasant host. I shall be on my way then, with Fable. But I'll be back, should I not crumble into a pile of bones from one day to the next. Let's hope not. I won't. I'm just joking around. I hope. I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. Anyway, Innkeeper, thank you so much. You are still the highlight of my day, no matter how dark the night. Aww. See you around. Let's go, Scully. No time to lose. They're so cute. Oh my god, he has his cape! That I was able to witness such a rarity in my lifetime. Immaculate. Ye would even get excited about a rusty nail. Of course I would.
Nonos squiggly eye. Snickle Fritz, have an announcement. The carnival is closed. Nonosk Shake, this is now Pride's Fishing Emporium. If you want fish, we got them. If you need fancy rod, got that too. Please see the new owner Laggy for any questions and your concerns. Thank you, and may your lines be blessed, and your catches legendary. Nonos squiggly,
Ash is really the emperor. It's Ash's. It's Ash's Fishing Emporium now. Of course I would. Such a splendid chemical process. Metals have a variety of chemical processes, rust being my least favorite of them. Invisible coat would have been boring or not visible. Duh, that's why it's greenscape now. Oh, that's so cute. I like how he still has his slime buddy. That's his friend. Ruins a lot of hard work. Does it now? Yep, makes everything porous. Oh. Kyle, Rhea, nice to see you both again. Oh, she's got like gunk on her. Does she always have gunk on her? Likewise, dear innkeeper, how has your day been? Can't complain, has some interesting customers today. Ah, like the one distinguished gentleman who crossed us on our way in. Distinguished, yeah, gentlemen don't know. A giant top hat doesn't make you a gentleman. What makes you a gentleman? Manners. He was quite polite, I recall, greeted me with the tip of his hat. Ye find everyone polite, even your slime. But Mr. Slime is quite polite. What a peculiar wall clock you have there. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It looks just like the clock in Evelyn's living room. Reminds me of all the times I impatiently waited for her to come home after important meetings and banquets. Do you know if that is her clock by any chance? I think that might be a story for another time. Let's not worry about it now, shall we? Okay. Say, Innkeep, have you read that letter? That'd be a story I'd love to hear right now. Not yet, nope. Tragic. I've always loved writing letters. Innkeep, you got a drink for me. Something that'll make me tougher. So I can get through today's babbling. Of course. Babbling. A babbling brook. We have fish here? We do have fish here. Oh, first snow. Dang. Bye, Silver. Have a good dinner. Oh, I guess no, I can't. It's not strong enough. Oh, this one I can. I want to do this one. Bloop. 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 Oh, am I gonna need another potion-y thing? Oh wait, what does the honey one do? Whoa! Oh, double minus fighting? Holy. But it does put in what I need. So let's go like this. Because we need it to at least be normal, right? No. So like that, and then like this. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't need any fighting at all. If there's none to begin with, it can't be less than, can it? This flower looks just like Fable. Oh! It worked.
Now that's what I'm talking about. A gift of the great dragons.
Well, thank you. I gave it my best.
Can taste that. I feel sturdier already. I've had me doubts about ye, Innkeep, but I must say ye know your job.
So, how has the day been for you two?
The usual.
Splendid! It was my first day in centuries out under the rays of the sun. And how did you like it? It's brighter than I thought. The light of the sun, I mean. Ray and I took a day trip to the capital, since I rarely get to see it in full of daily life. There were so many people!
Too many.
Just the right amount for a city. It was so vivid, it almost made me feel alive. And everyone was able to admire my beautiful cape. Is that the cape? The cape of invisibility? It absolutely is. How curious. Does that mean you two are going to Baruvia now? Huh? Why would we want to go there?
That was the deal. I helped ye get your cape, so you can attend that fancy Baruvian vampire banquet, and I get me worths in gold. My gold's worth.
Oh, but I got that invitation about 500 years ago. Didn't I mention that?
No? What about me material then?
Well, I can give you the gold right now if you want. Can you accompany me a while longer, though?
Ugh, fine.
Oh, wonderful. Every second I spend with you brings me tremendous joy. What a great day to be a vampire. I've got my cape back, and I can walk under the sun like mortals do. Say, innkeeper, what if you thought of a new drink? One that would taste just as incredible as the gentle and welcoming beams of sunlight you feel on your skin. That's kind of a vague description, but I think I might have something in mind already. Ah, wonderful. I wonder if my dear Evelyn would desire to walk in the sunlight as well. Do you know how she is doing? Do you think I could pay her a visit?
Ye shouldn't.
I should. The air smells like reconciliation. Do you think that's a good idea?
It ain't.
It is!
Kyle, you've stolen her, your cape. Do you think she'll greet ye with open... Ye know what I'd do if me ex-husband stole me hammer.
What?
Take it and smash all he holds dear. No one takes what's mine.
But the cape is mine.
Is she of the same opinion, ye think?
Oh, maybe you're right. It would be a shame to lose my cape again. All she'd have to do is ask, oh, my undead Evelyn. There's never been a wish of hers I turned down, and I wouldn't to this day.
I don't want to have whatever you have with her. I'd lose me mind.
Well...
Yeah, I know.
Oh, how much I miss her. My heart is aching.
If that's all.
Maybe one day she'll reach out to me. I still miss her dearly. And I shall miss her even more looking towards the mountain's peak, knowing she's merely a grasp away. Maybe a drink could help for now. Oh, would you do that, a drink for me? Of course. Something strong, please, dear innkeeper, so that my heart may stop aching soon. He's having... Peak sunrise. It's not even a strong brew.
Sailor's courage.
Ooh, I can give him a sailor's courage. That one will make him feel strong. I think I need something for that one though. Don't I? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. This one. Oh. Oh! I made a Southern Brawler! That's not what I want. I made a Southern Brawler again! Now I made a Sailor's Courage! I can't mend your broken heart, but perhaps this helps. It does, thank you, dear innkeeper.
Why don't you tell the innkeep more about your day, hmm?
Right. I suppose I wasn't done yet. Where was I? Your trip to the capital. Busy streets, bustling with people. Roots! Roots?
Roots.
We admired the roots that enclosed the city almost like a rampart. I finally had the chance to take a closer look. Quite fascinating.
For once, gotta agree. Almost made me believe the myths are true. Myths are true.
Myths?
Myths. I told ye, rumor has it these are the roots of the Aether Tree. Breaking through the surface and taking hold of Gaia, where they guard the capital.
Oh, the only ahead. What's the game you're playing, Gibbons? Ah, yes, a very good defense plan indeed.
What is wood going to do to protect a city? A city is protected with stone.
Oh, I was never very involved in fortification efforts.
I figured.
Oh. We've also met the lovely Seraph again. How are her investigations coming along? Very well. She seems eager and determined. A detective spirit. Police simulator.
Believed the lass made her way to Dalwell. She seems to be on to something.
I can't wait to hear the story when she returns. Likewise. Say, Rhea, can we go to town and check out the antique dealer?
Oi, why?
I want to see if I can find any keepsakes from the old times.
Very well then, but you won't munch on the shopkeeper, will ya?
Of course not. I'm well satisfied from the innkeeper's creation.
All right then, let's go.
Goodbye, innkeep. I like how there's like duos. They're so cute. Enjoy your shopping spree. Bye-bye. Oh!
Puppy? Oh, a puppy dogs? Two the puppy dogs?
Well met, adventurer. Do my eyes deceive me? Minthy in the flesh. She's a real author, by the way. This is a cameo. Whoa! What books has she written? She looks like she'd also have a British accent, but I'm gonna give her a country one instead. Hello, darling innkeeper. It's good to see you again. Certainly has been a while. Must be hitting that 15-year mark, right? Dang! It'll be 25 years soon, actually. What the? You know how I am when it comes to keeping track of time spans longer than a decade. I'm well aware. Good that you have me to drop in from time to time to remind you. Is this country or English? I can't remember anymore. Whatever it is, that's her accent. I couldn't be more grateful. Especially when you bring Casket and Kane along. Do cute service beasts still get a discount here? Always. So, what's brought you back? This is English. back into the area. Oh, so what's brought you back to the area? Area. It's not your usual haunt. No, I generally prefer something more moist. Moist? Ha! Not the word I'd have used, but something akin to that. It's decidedly too arid around these parts for my tastes. And here I thought I would get to at least enjoy the recent downpour, but no. The stuff that came pouring down was unique. That's one way to put it. Destructive is another, and possibly more accurate. But I'm glad to see that your tavern hasn't suffered the same fate as many of the streets and buildings I saw on my way here. Admittedly, the journey was already quite challenging to navigate with my wheelchair before. Wheelchair. Though the scenery has always been worth the struggle. FX, daughter of the trolls. Her real name is Mackenzie Catron. Aw, so cute! Now, I'm afraid it wasn't possible to take much enjoyment from a passing landscape. Not when I had to pay so much attention, not to endanger myself and my sweet service beast. Wait, is it a two-headed dog? You've told me your struggles with traveling before. I'm sorry to hear the recent events have made it worse. Oh well, we're here now, aren't we? And I do have to say, using the primordial vortex as a way to skip your veranda's stairs is a marvelous accessibility touch. Quite the impressive work, my friend. I'm glad to hear that my little spells are doing their job. I hope the cities will put similar care into rebuilding the streets. I want to pet both of them. Me too. Flatter cobblestones would do wonders for many people like me. But believe it or not, I didn't come all this way to talk about development of inclusivity in urban infrastructure. No, really? Shocking, right? I'm here on the hunt, one could say. What do you have your eyes on? Protection pearls. I've heard a few hushed whispers in my library. Folks say the pearls appear in the lonesome lagoon this time of year. Ah, those again. Good hunting, then. Thank you. Though, while the pearls might be the main objective, I haven't decided to come to town with only a singular purpose. I need to ask you for something, innkeeper. A good drink? No, my manuscript, darling. Oh! I believe 25 years should have been enough time to proofread it, yes? Of course. I finished devouring the manuscript almost as soon as you gave it to me. It just took me a while to recall doing so, you see? Since it's been so long since I definitely got done with that. Lovely. I'm glad to have such a reliable old friend to proofread my work. Would you like a drink while I try to engage my brain cells and remember where I put it? If you're offering, I'd be pleased to accept. Perhaps something to refresh my mind after the journey. I'll do my best. Oh, can we do the new one? Peak sunrise.
Brain juice, brain juice, brain juice.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that enough? No, I don't think it is enough.
Now, a verse from our collective tale, performing arts, fishing, the carnival's closed, it's fishing time now, they boast, Rainbow, Pride's Fishing Emporium, where the legendary catches are the most, fish, whose emporium? Ash inquires, while McKayan 999 dons a green screen cape that inspires, superhero, Silver's off to dine, goodbye for now, see you later, police officer, male sign, Gibbons plays a game with a headless simulator, dog, pups to pet and books to read, in this tavern talk we plant our seed.
Wow. No, it was this one. I was right. I'm so silly. I'm so silly. I'm so silly. I am. I thought very hard about making the perfect drink for you. Ah, I've missed this. Good to see your mixing skills haven't diminished one bit. In fact, I think I might be coming up with an idea for a new story. Let me note this down real quick. Take your time. So, while I enjoy your mixology no matter what you put in front of me, I'd enjoy it even more if you could recall the location of my very precious manuscript. You know, the one I lovingly worked away for almost half a century whilst my library came to be. Certainly. It should just be below this pile. No, wait, I must have put it over there, actually. Alright, given this ongoing battle with your organization habits, I might take you a bit longer to recover it. And I have some pearls to get to. So how about this? I'll return in around 7 days, and then I can tell you about all my pearl hunt in exchange for my manuscript. My proofread manuscript. That would be helpful. Good. It was nice seeing your weary face again, Innkeep. Thank you. Likewise, Minthy. Corals. Have a safe and pearlful journey. Ha! I'll try. Bye, Minthy! 7 days should be enough to read a manuscript, right? Yeah, we have enough for the what's it called? This one, for baby kitty meow meow, Millie. Scandal in Zoford! The lively port city of Zoford is known not only for its docks and also for its large community of mages. Lately, there seems to be something mysterious going on there. The familiars of several archmages have gone missing and are nowhere to be found. But it's a big city. There must be someone who knows something. Could their disappearance be related to the tale of the sea witch who cursed Zoford's docks? Wow. Sleep, 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 sleep. Yippee-ki-yay! I don't know if you're still here, Machan. How many acts are there? Do you know if I'm like, what's my percentage of finishing? There are 4! Nice. So I'm halfway done around? Fable! Oh, good morning, Innkeeper. Could you please make me a drink? I need something to wake me up and help me feel agile again. Of course, Fable. Just a moment. Between 3rd and a half. Nice, nice, nice. Still many moons to go. Finesse. Strike. Pretty colors. Well, the game isn't long, and yet it won't feel long enough. Aww. Well, the game is. It feels long, but I also feel like it... I definitely have that feeling of, like, wanting to have more story, knowing that it ends, you know? Right, more? Haha! That'd be cool. If there was, like, a part 2, or, like, a DLC. With like a little like mini plot or something. Thank you. I feel much better already. Long night? Very. Turns out there were a lot of farmers who needed help. Regret offering it? Not at all. I really enjoy being able to help people. Before I just used to wish I could help, but I never felt competent enough to try. It's fun to try, a bit exhausting at times, but I think I much prefer this over waiting around. I still could use a bit more practice though. That's fair. Just make sure you also practice taking breaks. You'll have a much easier time helping other people if you're not close to passing out yourself. That's what I have your drinks for. My drinks are not a gateway to burnout. I admire your kindness, Fable, but you too should fall under the umbrella of people you're being kind to. I mean, I am pretty good at falling. You're pretty good at a lot of things. I try. I know. Stay and have a rest now, okay? Okay, thank you. Oh! Oh my god, we're getting so many new people today! Another English fellow?
Good day to you, Innkeep.
Good day to you too, adventurer.
Yes, an adventurer. That is what I am indeed. I came here seeking a drink.
What a coincidence. I do happen to have some of those in stock. What can I get for you?
What kind of drinks do adventurers usually get?
Whatever drinks they desire.
Then, well, I could do with something that tastes good.
Of course.
Perhaps something that could protect me from my foes? Defense is the base of every adventurer's skill set, is it not?
Possibly? Let's try that out. Who is this fellow? Make a first snow for this. Did this one need something, maybe? Oops, I forgot to select it. Plus. One, two, three, four. I think maybe it is this one. Oh, is he? I think it makes sense to have favorites. I really like Millie. And Zephyr, or whatever they go by now. Oops. You're such a beepy, I know! Millie is like, I'm babysitting you forever. I'll adopt you. Yeah, I'll adopt her. We call the edgelord either rogue or redacted. We don't bother with all the names. That's so cute. Redacted. Liquid protection against your foes. Now for half the price.
Thank you very kindly.
Do you like it?
Well, yes, of course.
Then you should say so.
I apologize. I forgot to do the thing where you say the words out loud.
I get that. This fellow's a nerd. Now that you've acquired a drink, care to introduce yourself?
How incredibly rude of me to forget. I'm Gustav Archibald Richmond III, son of Lord Gustav Albert Richmond II and Lady Dorothea Bridget the 27th. An up-and-coming hero from Windmoor. And who might you be?
The up-and-coming innkeeper of Zenith. Happy to have you here.
And I'm Fable of the Ashen Grove.
Oh. Good.
Hi, Silver. Welcome back. Happy lurking.
You're Fable?
Yes? Is that a bad thing?
The Fable that saved
Tregarin from werewolves?
The very same.
Wow, what an incredible pleasure to meet you. I've heard so many things about you.
Oh, good things, I hope.
Of course. They say you single-handedly persuaded the werewolf to give up his wicked ways and reunited a family.
That's one way to put it for sure. They do have a way with words, true they do.
Incredible, a true hero indeed. They spoke of you helping with the aftershocks of the starfall as well.
I mean, that's a given. I need to help out when I can.
You truly have the heart of a folk hero. How admirable.
What about you, Lord Gustav Archibald Richmond III? What are you the hero of?
Well, I'm currently leaving my backstory era. I'm in the first act, so to speak, on my journey to becoming a full-blown adventurer. I've had a bit of a late start, but I shall catch up with haste. Also, Archie is just fine. I don't have to say the whole thing every time.
You don't have to say the whole thing every time. Well, Archie, if it's haste you're looking for, I can help with that. Someone gifted me some golden feathers a few days ago. Prepared as an infusion for the right drink, they can hasten you up in no time.
Really? That's spectacular. I always thought those things were myths or legends you only read about in books.
Do you read a lot?
Sometimes. Not that much.
You should! You sound like someone who enjoys adventure, and books are so full of them. They are! I'm just too cool for books. Books are cool? You think so? Yes, I do. I mean, look at the Innkeeper's journal. It's super cool. The coolest. Oh, well, actually, maybe I do read quite a lot. I'm sorry for being so weird about it. Don't worry. We're all a little weird sometimes. What kind of books do you like? Anything full of adventures and heroes and adventuring heroes. They're just like me. Obviously, my parents would much prefer if I read about other things, such as books on etiquette or the newspaper. I'm sure they would love it if I wrote a dissertation on the intricacies of the Dyria negotiations, or even become a diplomat myself. He does know how to read. He's like a nerd, but in hiding, you know? Like someone who's like, oh, I'm such a cool adventurer. But then secretly he reads a lot because he thinks he's like nerdy, reading a lot. But I think I would fare much better as a savior of this world, don't you think? The Dyria negotiations? I'm unfamiliar.
It's terribly boring, really.
They're renegotiating trade routes due to the collapse of the canal bridge that was hit by a horde of spinal rhinoceroses. It's not going all that well because they can't agree on who should pay for the repairs, the mainland or Dyria itself. Just thinking about it puts me to sleep. And perhaps you should get back to more exciting topics. How do you plan to start off your hero's journey? By doing something heroic, of course.
What's something heroic I could do?
You could start by helping the local farmers. They're still rebuilding from their homes and relocating their cattle as we speak.
Great idea! How much gold should I give them?
Gold? I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't mind gold, but I was thinking about lending them a hand. You know, physically? With your literal hands?
Ah, okay. So I would...
Go to the farmers and ask what they need help with?
Of course. That sounds... I shall figure it out. Thank you for the inspiration, Fable. It has been an honor meeting you. I hope we shall cross paths again. Till my next quest, Innkeeper.
Till then. That was... adorable? Weird. Not because of him. I just... He heard about me? Being a hero? That doesn't sound right. But you are a hero. Not really. I didn't even do that much yet. Not enough to be inspiring to anyone anyway. There are much greater heroes than me out there. He wasn't impressed by other heroes. He was impressed by you. That's nice. You don't sound very happy about it. I am! It's really flattering, but I just don't think I did enough to deserve his praise. I'm just some elf. It's not for you to decide who's impressed by you and who isn't. I'm personally gonna keep bragging about knowing Fable, the great hero of the Ashton Grove, the savior of Trigarin. All right, I get it. Thank you, Innkeep. I'll try better to accept compliments. Good. Yes! Millie! Hello, Innkeeper! Hello, Fable! Hello, Millie, and hello, Malachite. It's good to see you both again. Likewise, right, Mal? Can I offer you two a drink? Actually, you can offer us a quest. Are you talking about the one you just picked up by any chance? Your incredible deduction skills strike again. I'm only trying to match wits here. So, you're interested in saving those poor familiars? I am. Missing familiars, silent wizards, clues leading to a seemingly dead end. This sounds like a case for the world's greatest detective. And her sneaky assistant. They do sound like a great team.
They're not a team.
But they are going on a quest together.
They are not.
Then why are you here?
She didn't want to come here alone. Said she can't reach the quest board. And I needed a drink anyways.
So you're sending Melly on a quest alone?
As is customary. That's how the Shadowbanes have always handled it.
Melly isn't part of the Shadowbanes.
But she wishes to walk the path of thieves. so she must embrace their lifestyle.
I think she's trying to walk the path of a detective. And that just sounds dangerous. And negligent. Negligent. I agree. You're not coming with me? Oh!
No.
Why not?
I just explained that.
Badly. Well, you have to come with me. The little baby is my favorite. But I do like Malachite too.
Why?
I like how rogue, mysterious, and dark he is. It's certainly a job for 2 people.
There's no job that can't be done alone.
What if I needed someone to sneak into the crime scene to gather evidence?
Didn't you want to go do this quest to test your stealth training?
What if I get nervous? What if I forget how to be stealthy? Or what if none of the familiars want to talk to me?
I don't know, Melina.
And what if I come back and you've been eaten by a T-Rex? Oh.
Who cares?
I do! The T-Rex threat is much lower in Zilford. I think you should go with her.
I think you should mind your own business.
And I think you should make better decisions. Melly is right. You two make a good team, especially for this case. So stop hiding from the imaginary T-Rex of emotional vulnerability and just go on this familiar-themed vacation. You might even enjoy it.
Listen, Melina, even if I wanted to come with you, I couldn't. I've got obligations, things to do.
You're a thief. You don't have fixed working hours, and you don't have any other friends waiting around for you.
Maybe not, but I do have a sheepfish to take care of.
You have a sheepfish?
I do. His name is Rufus, and he doesn't do well alone. Plus, he needs to be fed, and to do his daily crossword puzzles. Otherwise, his wool will get strawy.
Oh, well, you're right. You can't just leave Rufus alone. He'll get lonely.
Yeah.
I could take care of Rufus.
What?
Well, I live nearby, and I'm very good with animals. I'm pretty decent at crossword puzzles. That sounds like an excellent idea. Do it! Do it!
What if Rufus doesn't like you?
He will, certainly after one of Fable's famous lullabies.
You sing?
Sometimes. Maybe you can sing a song about how Mal and Rufus got eaten by a T-Rex while the familiars booed me out of town. I think I'd prefer a song about you and Malachite saving those familiars instead, right, Mal?
Fine, but just this once. See it as a final exam for your training.
Yay! That sounds fun! Wonderful. So, do you two need any help on your quest?
Don't know. What do you think, detective?
Well, it's great that you would ask, mighty assistant.
Please don't call me that.
Okay, mighty Mal then.
No.
How about John?
Sure.
So, John, thanks for asking. I've studied the quest given to us thoroughly, closely. And I've come to the conclusion that there is only one option. This is a classic case of finding the right clues sprinkled throughout the witnesses' testimonies and piecing them together correctly. The townsfolk, the wizard, the familiars, they all have different conflicting information, and we'll need to collect and untangle it all to see the whole picture. But to achieve that, we need to be charismatic enough to get the truth out of them. And for those who still refuse to talk to us, out of guilt or fear, we'll have to activate our stealth powers to find those hidden clues ourselves. Also, we should be quick so they can't destroy any evidence. I can offer you some of your golden feathers. They do come with the sweet aftertaste of haste. That way you should be able to make it to Zilford much quicker. Great idea!
I think you underestimate the severity of the situation.
What would you suggest instead, John?
I agree with the stealth part. We could use a hint of dexterity to make sure we remain unseen for as long as possible. But I believe our focus should be on overpowering whoever is responsible for this. If they're making familiars disappear, they won't be interested in a discussion.
An acorn! Anka! Thank you for the hydrate!
Not a fair one, at least. We should fight first, ask questions later.
I guess you got bored of the stealthy approach.
Different problems require different solutions.
If you're itching for a fight, may I recommend fresh phoenix chilies? Some fire resistance could be a big advantage against wizards or familiars. Whether a fireball or fire breath, you wouldn't want to walk in unprepared. Does Andrew have fire breath? Technically, yes, but he's usually too lazy to use it. It helps a bunch with roasting marshmallows, though. I'd love to try Andrew's marshmallows. I'll see if I can set something up when you return. Thank you! I think some s'mores could also help convince those familiars to help us.
That's ridiculous. A dagger would be far more convincing.
I think both could work. Innkeeper, what do you think? They definitely need a little bit of dexterity for sneaking around, but what should they pair it with? Obviously what Millie wants.
Haste for a quick arrival and charisma for smooth talking, or pure strength and some fire resistance.
Let me think about it. Millie wants to be a detective, so we're doing a detective. We're gonna do... We need some haste and charismas. Ooh, 1,000 wins. What's the one? Oh, there's one in particular, the feathers. The one that Millie gave us. It's minus smarts, but it's plus charisma and plus haste. What's another high charisma? Ooh, Sunny Breeze. Sunny Breeze would be good. Then we get some brains. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work for Sunny Breeze, though. Oh, it might. Right? It has some haste. It has 1 haste. Which is good, right? That's what it's asking for. And then we also have charisma. Only a little bit of haste, though. I'm gonna do it. I've never gotten a drink wrong, so if we get a drink wrong, then... I think this case needs a delicate hand. The best detective work is achieved through clever conversation. Ha! You're spot on.
Guess this is how I die.
How dramatic. Hi, Phil! Don't be so pessimistic. My drinks have your back. Do you think you're prepared to solve this case, detective? Yes. With your help, we'll complete this quest with haste. We'll be back soon. Best of snooping. Bye, Millie. Bye, John. I should go with them to pick up that cheap fish before they disappear into the night. Don't forget to sing him a lullaby. Rufus or John? Rufus. Right, obviously. I'm gonna go now. Have fun, Fable. Who's coming next? Who's coming next? Who? Oh! My God, Chrissy's back from the convention! Innkeeper! Chrissy! Glad to see you're all right. Likewise, good to see you and the tavern are unharmed. It's quite the disaster out there. And I'm just passing through. Don't have time to stay for long. Need to check out the cottage and the birds and Fable. I'm sure everything is as it was. The canopies of the grove are sturdy after all. Which is why I chose to make it my home. That and the landscape. I hope your trip was nice at least? Oh, it was. Felt good to recharge and refill the creative juices. We walked a lot actually, almost mapped out the whole island. We also hiked to the foot of the Borean Ridge, where the auroras touch the peaks. I heard the view is quite remarkable. It was. I'd never seen anything like it before. It was the first time I got to catch a glimpse of them. Also caught a glimpse of the infamous Banshee. Everyone told us to avoid the lonely lagoon because of her, but it's too beautiful to ignore. I doubt the Banshee means any harm. Everyone yearns for a friend after all, even scary creatures. It gets lonely as monsters sometimes. Everyone is scared of you. People shouldn't be. No one can choose who they're born as. We should accept them as they are. I have a few patrons who'd really appreciate hearing that. Then I'd be happy to meet them. Speaking of which, I got you something. Oh? Remember the nymphs from when we last spoke? I do. I met one at the art convention. She was selling little homemade trinkets. I remembered our conversation and got you this. Oh! Wow! So cool! I thought you might appreciate it. I do, thank you. It'll certainly always have a special place in my heart, knowing... Oh, it will certainly always have a special place in my heart, knowing it came from you. Aw, you're such a sweet talker. You can't trick me into giving you my name. What would I want with names? Nothing good, that's for sure. But for realsies, I have to leave now. I've been gone for too long. See you around, See you around, Chrissy. Take care of yourself. Always. Bye, Chrissy. Chrissy is always quick to come and quick to go. Oh! Is this the Banshee? Oh, a sadder one. Baya, good to see you again. It's been a while.
Yes, a while. 6,000 years.
More like 2 months.
Oh. I thought I had hibernated longer.
But she passed during production. She was a big fan of the game and wanted immortal. Aw, that's so sweet. I'm so happy that she was able to make an appearance in the game. That's so sweet of you guys. It's actually really, it's easier to do than some of my other voices. You hibernated at this time of year?
It was for the Bloom Tide Festival. It happens near my swamp every year during the Dreaming Moon. Druids and bards join together in search of the moon pools for 2 whole weeks. They dance, they laugh, they scatter pretty little flowers everywhere. They hope if they can satellite the land, it will lead them to the reflection of the cosmos.
You mean the set of mythical lakes that's said to reflect all the 7 moons at once?
Yes, ever since the Twilight Chasm portal opened within them, a mere 30 years ago, travelers have become increasingly obsessed with bathing in their beauty.
Such festivities sound exciting.
No!
Oh my god, her eye. Why do we not have an hug emote? That is a good question. Your bio voice is great! I'm so happy!
They are loud with their songs and their arguing about getting lost in the endless maze of the marshes. And they walk around with torches of burning ember that swing too close to my precious vines. Why would you bring fire into a swamp?
It is a little rude.
Exactly. You know, I tried to join them one time. Their dainty flowers intrigued me, and I snuck up to them dressed in my prettiest poison ivy adorned with thorns of the undying trees. And you know what they did?
What? Oh!
They chased me away with their fiery broom, chanting "Demon be gone" from the top of their tiny lungs.
What the? Hi, Darn.
So now I hibernate every dreaming moon. That way I don't have to listen to their jolly tunes.
Aww, look at the tear. Maybe you should chase them out of your home. Maybe you should give them another chance. Oh, that's tough. They shouldn't. I feel like they shouldn't get another chance because they'll just hurt Baya again. But I don't want Baya to be so lonely that they, you know, like they chase everybody out and no one comes to hang out with Baya anymore. This is tough. This is tough. I'll try this.
Very few.
Oh, very few Gaians are familiar with the creatures of the bogs. Only with the stories about their bone-crushing teeth.
What's wrong with bone-crushing teeth?
They think you might want to crush their bones with them.
But that would be so rude.
They don't think that way. But I think if they got to know you, they'd like you a lot. After all, you make the best flower crowns in all of Gaia. Maybe even all of Astria. That is a good crown. Those sound perfect for a festival.
You might be right. Maybe I'll greet them with some flower crowns next year. I could even open up a seasonal flower crown store.
Aww! I'd definitely buy one.
But right now, I'm awake and thirsty. You have swamp water on the menu today.
I'm all out, sorry.
Too bad. Something else then. Oh, I know. You still have those drinks that make you feel like an itsy-bitsy spider. I want to feel fast and dangly.
In fact, I still do. Give me one moment. Make you feel like an itsy-bitsy spider? Probably Swift Strike, right? Especially if it's old. 1, 2, 3. Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Oh, it matches Baya too. A spider's agility in a cup, just for you.
Oh, delicious. I feel like I could scale any spider web and devour any fly. Thank you, innkeeper.
What woke you up from your slumber anyhow?
The night sky fell into my dirt hut. It burned my favorite weeping willow to bits. I am replanting it into many small sniffling willows. They are feasting upon the ashes of the stars that tried to extinguish them. It's a powerful nutrient.
Sounds tasty.
After the trees and winds and pillbugs calmed down, I had planned to go back to sleep. All that calamity made me awfully tired. When I tried to sleep, all I could focus on was this feeling spreading in my chest.
Heartburn?
Loneliness. I thought I should get out there and advertise my new spa. Because only crickets were visiting, and they aren't very good at marketing. You know, maybe if people visit me instead of visiting them, they wouldn't chase me off. So I went to where I knew people could use my services. The werewolf camp in the Ashen Grove. I didn't want to intrude on their personal space, of course. So I just hung the coupons up on the pieces of thin red string in the nearby canopies, together with some jolly bells so that the wind would announce their presence. Little spells that draw you towards the nearest mud masks. I hope they'll visit me sometime.
Didn't know you opened a spa.
It's new. I wanted to share my flowers and mud and pools with everybody so we can all look beautiful together.
That sounds wonderful, Baya.
I agree. Can I leave some of my coupons here?
Yeah!
Thank you. Please hand them out to all your customers.
I will happily share this fantastic offer with them. You could also come here more often and hand them out yourself.
Oh, but there's no one else here. Except the jackdaw. You want a coupon, little creature? I will leave one in your nest.
No one's here because it's almost closing time, Baya. You have to come by earlier, during the day, or earlier in the evening, or during events.
But there will be people here.
Yes, I believe that's the point.
Too scary. I shall go now. Don't forget to hand out my coupons.
Will do. Aw, Baya! I love Baya! That was a fun voice to do. I like that voice. Just like me, for real, for real. Twin flames! Jade. Hey, innkeeper. Hello, it's been a while since I've seen you around. A whole week, to be exact. You already miss me? A little. Cute. Got my hands on a job all the way over in Diria. Seemed like something relatively easy, but well paid. Or like something too good to be true. Not this time. Apparently the farmer just wanted to be done real quick, so she offered me a higher than average rate. Sounds like easy money. Yeah, I wish. You know, I think I could use a drink first. Something that'll bring back my usual speed and agility. I feel like this job drained me of all my energy. Only if I get to hear the rest of the story. Sounds like a good deal to me. I wonder what drinks the innkeeper gives that are free and that are actually paid for. Sounds like you want a swift wings. We can do that for you. 1, 2, 3. One of you. And one of you. I love it when the drink that they order matches their color palette. Let's hope this suits your tastes. Your drinks never disappoint. Glad to hear. I can definitely feel my senses coming back to me. I made you a drink. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your latest job. Fine. A deal's a deal. Told you the client's a farmer, right? She has a large flock of two-headed sheep. Apparently that darn Starball damaged their barn and they somehow managed to break out of their enclosure. I didn't think they were that clever, honestly. Must be the two brains. Probably. Anyways, they got out right before their shearing appointment, and of course the farmer needed to get them back in time, especially considering the rumors surrounding Deary at the moment. Seems like a dangerous place nowadays. Apparently, an unusual amount of cattle have been going missing these last few weeks, so local folk have been keeping a closer eye on their locks and fences. Of course, the farmer wanted her sheep to be safe, so she hired someone to bring her animals back. That someone being you, obviously. I thought to myself, I'm a monster hunter. Handling animals is basically my job. I'd say a monster hunter is rather known for, well, hunting instead of handling. That was exactly the issue. Do you know how stubborn two-headed sheep are? Let me guess, they're twice as stubborn as one-headed sheep? You got it. They're impossible to get moving, impossible to startle. One head might be eating, but the other one is always watching you. But you did it, right? I suspect you wouldn't be here if you hadn't finished the job. You're absolutely correct. I was at my wit's end. Imagine having fought hundreds, if not thousands of beasts, and some sheep are the one enemy that you can't win against. That sounds like an incredibly humbling experience. It was, trust me. But luckily I got some help. Another adventurer saw me struggling and offered her assistance and knowledge. Or should I say a retired adventurer. Oh? Yeah, she was very insistent on that label. Some kind of astral finfolk. Must have lost her arm a while ago. Oh no. Back to the sheep. She told me there's apparently one thing that gets her their full attention. You got any guesses on what that magical tool might be? I have no...
Clovers! Morning dew clovers, to be precise. They go absolutely feral for them. A few will make them follow every single one of your commands. But some, with your experience, should know that, innkeeper.
Do you know each other? Barely.
Ha!
I need to do like a old lady voice as well as the pirate voice.
Ha! Innkeep! Keep your...
I know. Wait, got it.
Ha! Keep your secrets stand oh so mysterious, innkeeper.
I wanted to buy her a drink after she helped me out back there. Didn't expect you to be best friends, honestly.
Best friends?
Think you got that one wrong, Jade.
I'd never befriend someone like her. I have taste.
Well, that was unnecessarily rude of you, Una. You didn't even consider my feelings.
Consider me sorry, innkeeper.
Apology accepted.
Speaking of taste, what about your drinks? Well, I always like experimenting with potions and other suspicious liquids. The cook who finally made it, huh?
Indeed, I think I got the hang of it.
And what are you waiting for? Your rival to waiting for a drink. Preferably one that was still my enemy. Those he made my old bones all already, and I don't like feeling so weak.
This is really hard to do. That voice is harder to do than Baya's voice. Got you.
I tell you what, adult magic has to offer.
Don't worry, she might not look like it, but her drinks are actually really good.
I'm back.
I'll just take that as a compliment, I suppose. Fight! Oh, sailor's courage for sure. Absolutely. 2, 3. Oh yeah, that's fine. Sailor's courage. Fish Grandma has such a cool look. I actually have an OC that reminds me so much of them. They were a pirate, or she was a pirate too. Her name is, what was her name? Billy? Hold on, I have to show her off because she's absolutely amazing. I should have made her my VTuber design, but Tinkle. Let me show you. Wait, I'll get it when she's up on the screen. Oh, that's not it. That's a Southern Brawler. Oh, dang it. Wait. A pirate wouldn't fit you. It's true, it wouldn't. But her design is so pretty. I love what I did with her. Okay, anyways. Minus haste, though. Spicy? Yeah, spicy. Is that not it? Oh, too much This one. Aha. Okay, hold on. Let me get her. I don't know if I actually have... Hi, Kaido! Thank you for the lurk! I don't know if I have her on my computer, actually. Image. Under commissions? Where are you?
Where are you?
On my computer. Why wouldn't I have her on my computer? I have to find her. I have to find her! Gallery. Probably on my phone. Oops. Where are you, ma'am? There she is! Oh, I love her. Okay. Discord. And Dino for reference. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oops. I shouldn't have done that. Save image. Please don't open. Please don't open. Please don't open. Ah! Benny! Her name's Benny! I forgot. Benny! So cute! I love Benny. They remind me so much of... They could be like cousins. Yeah, and the little fish friend. I forget, the outfit was specifically, a very specific outfit, like a traditional clothing, but I can't remember. I made her so long ago. Can't remember what it was inspired by. But I love her so much. She's so pretty. And this art style is so good. I wanted to Pibmo. Landfish, exactly. Pibmo, I wanted to commission them for so long, but I didn't have the right character to commission them because they have such a good art style, like so unique and pretty. And I was like, I need to have the right character for them to go ham on. So this was the character. Stunning. Benny. Benny, look, it's your grandma. Wow, Benny, look, your grandma. Anyways. Thank you for observing Benny.
Oh, wow!
Impressed?
Oh, get cocky now!
Not to be shy, you can just admit I've improved. So, Una, Jade told me you're retired now. Had enough of the adventuring business?
Absolutely. I don't have anything to do with that anymore. I'm competing in upgrades for at least 2 lifetimes.
Now you decided to help Jade.
Ever had to handle a two-headed sheep?
Not yet. Lucky you.
Lucky indeed. I just couldn't want to struggle with those stubborn beasts any longer. But this one was a one-time exception.
The farmers pay accordingly after your morning dew Clover's magic trick? She only has one tooth. And it's that tooth. Oh, absolutely. She was so happy. She gratefully paid us both. That's good to hear. She even tipped us with some gems she supposedly found in one of her fields. But I'm, Mahida? I don't have any use for stones like those. Oh, I guess she does have a little more teeth, still.
I keep trying to tell you I couldn't care less about material riches.
So we figured we'd give them to you instead. Aww! But I wouldn't tell that pretentious blonde dragon priestess if I were you. Feels like a blasphemous gift. Where are they? Oh, divine gems. A little blasphemous indeed. Oh, it's an infusion. Oh, I thought it was a decoration. She looks like Una looks like someone, like, if a tooth fell out or like she had a shell that happened to be nearby, she would just stick it in her gums. You know what I mean? Like she'd be like, ah, ha, ha. Just like fit it back in and then use it as a tooth again. Don't mention it. Oh, a shark with extra more teeth.
I was and I could finally go back to crocheting for the rest of my life. Don't get this hook put up for nothing.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god, it's a crochet hook.
Of course, I occasionally got ripped some youngsters off for playing cards. I haven't lost a game in at least 4 decades.
That's remarkable. Or impossible for someone who's only playing fair. I think your lucky streak will end with me today. I've also never lost a game in the last decade.
Are you challenging me to a duel?
Absolutely. And whoever loses has to pay for the next round of drinks.
That's the spirit. I like you bounty hunter, but you don't come crying to me after I annihilate you.
Ha! You wish. Oh. Jade, be on guard. You're worried about me? Cute. I just know for a fact Una is a master at cheating. I doubt that's changed. So you're saying you've lost against her? More than once, yes. Pathetic.
Are you talking about me?
Listen, Innkeep. If your opponent is obviously cheating, like she was, you can't beat them fair and square. You gotta beat them at cheating. Now watch how a real master does it. I wonder who wins. Your voices are great! I'm so happy! Oh! A himbo? Oh, I don't know how to do a himbo voice. That's gonna be tough. I need a drink. It's more embarrassing for them to lose. That's true. I ran out of drink, but I still have whipped cream. I'm pouring the whipped cream. Huh? Huh? Good day. Oh. I have returned, Innkeeper. Welcome back, Miss Anwar, and welcome... This brave adventurer's name is Claymore. He offered unexpected support during my quest. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much on behalf of, the world. Yes, of course, the world, Mr. Clay. Oh. You don't need to... You don't need to do the whole Mr. thing. Clay is all right with me. Otherwise, it sounds so formal, like talking to one of those graph people. Huh? Oh, you wouldn't want to be one of those. Clay it is then. Oh, thumbs up! Can I offer you both a drink in exchange for the story of how you two met? That would be a fun trade, right, Tia? I think I would welcome it as well. Then what can I get you? Clay, please go ahead.
Oh my, you've got a lot of stuff on the menu.
It looks like the bird is on his head.
How about one of those drinks with ingredients?
You look strong. How about something extra for those muscles?
That sounds nice. Let's go with that.
1 minute. I do like doing the whole. I think it fits him too.
Huh.
He should have the Southern Brawl. Juice. 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 Try this. I think it might knock your socks off.
It tastes strong and magic-y, but my socks are still on. Still, I love it. I'll have to remember this one for next time. What is it called?
Don't worry, I'll remember it for you.
Ah! Thank you! Huh? Thank you.
I'm getting too, like, what's the word? Raspy? Instead of deep.
Huh? Thank you.
Now, Miss Anwar, what would you like? I need some of that liquid vigilance. Even in here, it's important to stay on guard. Wouldn't this be the right time to relax? There is no such time. All right, then I shall aid you on your divine mission of not falling asleep standing. That's nice. Which one does she want? Ooh, I got a first snow for you. Which one was the one I needed for that one? Not you. You?
Bum ba doom.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. First snow.
Nice. Some liquid vigilance, diluted with some delicious secret ingredients. Enjoy. Could do with something less diluted, but you're right, it's delicious. Happy to hear that.
Oh, do we get to tell the story now?
Please, go ahead.
You think I should start with the seashells?
No, I think some exposition is in order first. As you already know, Innkeeper, I plan to start my investigation right here in Zenith, specifically at the local Gaia temple. So I've been told. No, Chips! I'm sorry! Most about that wobbly news. Ah, yes. That was certainly something. Fortunately, besides their fascinating personal secrets, they had nothing of value to share with me. But fortunately, thanks to your rumors, I was not entirely without a lead. The wizard's prophecy led me to Delwell. Or should I say the Abandoned Isle, or Fairweather. The name changes depending on who you ask. I see how it is. I'm so sorry, tired person.
I didn't know it had that many names. I just always called it Kelpie Island.
Why?
Because it's shaped like one.
Probably the smartest approach. Kelpie Island or Fairweather, its name means very little to me. Its local settlement of Fae was much more relevant. They built everything into the giant sequoia that holds their portal to Avalon. Their portal is in the tree? Yes, right in its center. They call it the Horizon Tree. It's beautiful. The Fae themselves were moderately helpful. It's difficult to get them to focus on the severity of the situation. And I was pretty sure that they were preparing some sort of morbid ritual with the acorns that were stringing up between rows of rose bushes in asymmetrical shapes.
Oh, I always thought those were art projects.
Common misconception. It sounds like they were preparing to charge them with astral moonlight. Or what? If you freeze them, they make good ice cubes. Do you participate in such practices? Not at the moment. I'm just not going to question that. Eventually, I got them to sit still long enough to tell them about any strange occurrences around their settlement. Did they understand your definition of strange? After some explanation, they told me about how just recently an astral humpback whale had rampaged through one of their nearby scouting camps, just 2 days before the stars fell. They said it seems like it was running from something and that it was full of seething fury. They also claimed it to be a good sign because it promised adventure. Seems like an understatement. Majorly.
I mean, it did end up in some kind of adventure.
Investigating disaster is not an adventure. It is a necessity of dire circumstances.
I had fun.
That makes 2 of us. It certainly was a sign of something being awry, and I was determined to get to the bottom of it. So naturally, I made my way to the Carapace Beach, and prepared a celestial summoning ritual under the young astral moon. For the humpback whale, I suppose. What else would I be summoning? I thought maybe you wanted to ask Cassiopeia for her input. Are you out of your mind? The Realm Keepers have sworn a divine oath of neutrality that prevents them from directly interfering with the simple world of us mortals. The full might of their power could disrupt the delicate balance of the cosmic design. Right, sorry, slipped my mind. You are forgiven. As I was preparing for the ritual, readying myself to confront the troublemaker, I suddenly found myself being interrupted by a strange request.
That was me. I asked her if she needed any more seashells.
Did she? I did, actually. Pairing dragon head tritons and flimmering limpet shells can heighten the dual aspect of the celestial twins.
Gaming! Hi, Zeri!
Therefore, making the connection to the astral sea more stable. Obviously. I hadn't managed to find the limpet shell and one happened to be among his offerings.
I honestly just thought she was decorating the beach and that she should do with more color.
You weren't wrong in a way.
Sadly, the shells burned up in the ritual. Singed Tia's hands too.
Just a little. Fortunately, I possess spectral healing capabilities. Spectacular healing capabilities. Fortunate indeed. Were you collecting seashells for beach decorating or your very own ritual, Clay?
I was collecting them for my friends. At this time of year, Capri Island is full of all kinds of sparkling, floating animals from the astral sea. And they love munching on the seashells.
I like him. Did you encounter these creatures a lot?
I try to. They're very nice.
Clay can talk to animals. Gaia's blessing rest upon him. Oh, cool! Fantastic.
It is! Though I'm not always sure what they like talking to me. They tend to disappear sooner or later. Sometimes they come back, but often they don't. I think maybe I accidentally say things that upset them without realizing it, and they think I mean to hurt them. I hate it when that happens.
Aww. You mean they just disappear like they were never there?
Yes, like they moved to a different, quieter beach.
Or like they returned to the astral sea?
I feel like they would tell me if they went back home.
Not necessarily. Many Astrian creatures can traverse the planes at will, but they don't always have control over when they return. On many occasions, the astral currents pull them back home before they're ready. And once you're swept up in them, each subsequent journey out becomes more and more difficult, or so I've been told. I would guess your friends either went home when you weren't there or got pulled back before they had a chance to say goodbye.
So you're saying the sea swallowed them?
Not quite. It just beckoned them home. Through a celestial hug of sorts.
So that means I could just visit them in the astral sea?
That would be an incredible undertaking. Traveling between planes is quite hazardous.
Is it? But the echoes are from the primordial sea, and my family has lived there for quite a while, I think. They must have gotten here somewhere.
They say it was much simpler to traverse between planes once. For a long time, it has been almost impossible without complicated and dangerous rituals. Until recently, the astral sea was the only possible way to pass through the barrier. And accessing it requires meticulous planning, not to mention the sea tends to come with more risks than rewards. Even your Astrian friends who can choose to leave their home plane on a whim get pulled back by the currents eventually. Imagine what would happen if you went in unprepared.
But the Fae on Kelpie Island aren't from Gaia either. They told me they haven't lived there for a very long time.
Since the 5 interplanar portals opened, interplanar travel has become a lot more accessible again. At least when it comes to the dream planes. But even the astral and primordial seas, not to mention are finally open to us again after all these years. It is a true miracle to witness in our lifetimes.
So the portals haven't always been there? I didn't know that. Who put them there?
Well, that is a very good question. And one that would blow the scope of this conversation beyond its bounds, I would think. You still have to tell me how you summoned that whale. You're right. We're getting off track. As Clay and I talked, he told me about his fascinating friendship with the astral creatures, and his ability to speak with animals as if they share a language. So you asked him for help? Well, he offered his aid. I certainly could have handled it on my own, but
you didn't have to.
Right, that, obviously. Thank you very much, Clay.
Anytime.
So I summoned it. The ritual worked exceptionally well, and it appeared out of the sky in a wave of concerning darkness. Stars used to accompany them.
I mean, there was one star.
There was. The whale was even bigger than I had anticipated, almost as tall as the horizon tree. And in its stomach rested a giant sun, the only star of the night sky whose light had not been extinguished, nestled right in its belly. That sounds unhealthy. That's an understatement. The star wasn't the only thing to worry about, though. The whale didn't look at all happy about being summoned. Instead, it looked like a wounded animal that was one loud noise away from lashing out. And it looked sick. Its translucent skin was gray, like it was frozen with the coldness of the highest mountains or the deepest depths. Its eyes were pale, almost blind, with no warmth within them. I thought for a brief second, we must fight this beast before it consumes us and everything in its path. But when I looked over at Clay, I saw deep understanding in his eyes, like he wasn't seeing a monster but a friend. So I stayed quiet, knowing that whatever he knew outweighed my fear. You knew what it needed, Clay?
Not completely, but I knew that look in its eyes. That feeling when you're so scared you get angry, when you want to fight but you're terrified you won't be able to flee. So I kneeled to show it I didn't mean any harm, and I held out my last conch shell in my hands. It took a moment to overcome the instinct to mistrust, but then it picked up the shell gently and ate it. I saw the conch freeze as it was swallowed. It looked painful. Wanting to comfort the whale, I reached out and carefully put my hands on its cheek. I wanted it to know it wasn't alone.
You are silly, Hayamoga! You're silly.
I'm sure it needed that.
It did. I was so sad it cried tears of gold and dust.
Its tears turned to ice before they even hit the ground. It was at that moment I realized its body had been cursed with a potent frostbite. I knew it did not trust me yet, so I did what I previously would not have thought possible. Through a hand on Clay's shoulder and the magic of your drink, I was able to briefly transfer my magic onto Clay, allowing him to cure it of its disease. He kissed it on the forehead, and the ice burned away, freeing it of the endless chill. It was quite sweet. That's one lucky whale. And one unusual effect of that infusion. Oh, because I gave her the fire resistance? I can't remember. Is that not usually possible? Inspiration. Oh, maybe it's inspiration. It's a fickle thing. Such magic is deeply personal and differs from person to person. I always enjoy seeing how others imagine support to look like.
Tia's support was very helpful.
I'd hope so.
Once it was free of its pain, the whale was ready to talk to us. I asked what had happened and it told me about fighting some sort of evil creature on 2 legs.
Creature on 2 legs? So humanoid then. We assume. It turns out whales don't care much about appearances.
It cared more about all the things being thrown at it. What a mean way to approach a whale.
Aww.
Apparently it swallowed some kind of stone. It could only remember its black and white color and that it tasted horrible. But I thought, I have a strong digestive thing. It's nothing to worry about.
Rookie mistake.
A two-legged monster just wouldn't stop attacking, so it fled as quickly as it could, trying to find its way home. It felt real bad about destroying the camp. I get why. The worst part about being angry is seeing the wreckage you leave behind. Tia, do you ever get angry?
No, I am the embodiment of calmness and self-discipline. I forgot divinity. Thank you, I did.
I could hear its anger subside when it found its way back. I thought it was finally safe, but suddenly this freezing cold began. I didn't mind the cold much. I'm from the Highlands and we get a lot of snow in the winter. But the kind of cold it was describing sounded awful. Painful and inescapable, like it was freezing from the inside out.
The potent frostbite I mentioned seemed a curse to cold and slowly spread throughout its entire body.
I tried to keep itself warm by feeding on solo crabs and cosmic squid, but that didn't help much. It just kept getting more scared and angrier and colder, until even its brain was freezing over.
Aww.
It couldn't think of anything other than the cold, so in its desperation it ate the hottest thing it could find.
Star. A star. Giant one at that. It looked deceptively small contained in its belly, but apparently it was one of the biggest ones in the night sky. The night sky had to offer, the East Star. It ate Pharos, the guiding star of the endless seas? It did, and it helped, kept its frostbite at bay, even if it did not eradicate it. But as you can imagine, such a massive star disappearing did not have the most desirable effect on the astral sea's delicate balance of gravity. Can imagine that. Oh, is that why the stars fell?
Well, I was very confused about what had happened, but it said all the stars around it suddenly started to fall and spin out of place. They crashed into each other, causing more and more destruction with each passing moment.
Aww.
I didn't understand everything it described, but it sounded bad.
To label it as bad would be quite the understatement. The falling stars ripped holes in Cassiopeia's wings. To think that one hungry creature could break the entire balance of the universe.
It was hurt and scared.
It should have endured, instead of hurting others.
It was alone. It didn't know what all that would happen.
Jinan, I'm sure it tried its best. Its best wasn't good enough. Tia! The whale isn't responsible for the horrible things that were done to it. We should celebrate that you were able to help it instead of blaming it for its pain.
True. I think so too.
Did you also manage to free it of the star in its stomach? No. The frostbite may be gone, but that star is a part of it now. It has become the first of a new kind, a sun humpback whale. And probably the last one too, as all the stars in the astral sea have been snuffed out. We will never be able to see the night sky again, and in turn, that whale must forever live with its guilt nestled in its stomach. You're right, some things are forever changed now. It's kind of the point of disasters. But perhaps the star doesn't stand for shame, but the pride of its survival. We shouldn't be sad that most are gone, but happy that one managed to make it through. Besides, we may have lost the night starry's companions, but it managed to gain 2 new friends. Even the worst of situations can lead you to light sometimes.
I like that. You should never be sad about finding new friends. Speaking of friends, on the way back we ran into this traveling souvenir shop.
Huh?
I bought friendship bracelets for Tia and I with little whale charms on them. But she didn't want to wear them just yet, so I'm waiting till she's ready.
So cute. That's very nice of you, right, Tia? I'm just... They're a hazard for fights and could get caught in things. Sure, I'm looking forward to seeing how they look with your armor.
Tia also found something for you at the souvenir shop.
That's...
She said it reminded her of your tavern. And now that I've seen it in person, I agree.
Now I'm curious. What is it? Oh! Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, that's a very pretty mosaic. Mosaic? Mosaic?
The shopkeeper told us a little bit about it. Supposedly this piece of art represents a new beginning after a hard-fought battle.
Kind of like the rise of the sun hunchback whale. That's very fitting. Thank you, Tia. So... Tia, aren't you glad Clay was there to help you? I suppose I am.
You really are?
You are surprisingly competent. Perhaps one might even say I could not have done this entirely without you. If one was to be extreme about it.
I think someone like you could do anything alone if you put your mind to it. But that doesn't mean you should have to.
He's just a dog. He's just a big puppy dog.
I'm always happier when doing difficult things if I have help from other people.
Well said, Clay. So true. Stellar teamwork, you two. Keep it up.
Will do.
Much more importantly, clearly our quest was not successful. What are you talking about? You cured the sun humpback whale. You found out why the stars fell. You made new friends. What more could you want? We still haven't the slightest idea who caused all of this.
An angry humanoid figure.
And that is who exactly?
Well, we can rule out you, me, and the innkeeper.
We can rule out you and me. Ouch. No hard feelings. I believe you're innocent, but sometimes evil hides in plain sight. One must not be led astray. I understand. Paranoia is a hard habit to break. So clearly someone orchestrated this. It seems too random and methodical to have been an accidental side effect. I must find out what hides in the darkness. If something like this happens again, it could be the end of... It could end in a calamity the likes of which we have never seen before.
Oh, don't worry too much about it, girl. It's just how I'm moving around here.
I wouldn't call this just another oblivion. How often have you seen the stars fall from the sky?
0 times! I was asleep when it happened, and now that it's over, look at my chances of ever witnessing a supreme meteor shower.
You should not wish to witness such horrors.
Somehow it's a fun to look at. As you know, when I was yours, I used to worry about stuff like this all the time. It's weird we're heading to. We all did at one time or another. But I know from experience that making such a fuss about it won't get you anywhere. These bite-sized calamities are part of the natural order of things. From chaos to balance to chaos to back to balance, everything just switches around in a never-ending cycle. So it's good to keep an eye out, but you don't have to give yourself an aneurysm about it. Just pick up a quest if it worries you, and follow the natural flow of the universe. That way, if you're lucky, you'll end up retired like me.
Such a leisurely attitude only leads to failure.
And even then, someone is always going to save the world in the end.
And that someone is going to be me.
Ha ha, oh the youth.
What ass? Don't be mean. I'm so good at voice acting.
Anyway, your old enemy got another drink for me. I'm running dry.
Anytime, Yuna. Are you still running low on energy? How about another strong one?
You got it.
Yeah, I think she is. You don't have to understand what she's saying. It's a vibe. She's a vibe. Sailor's courage. This one we want. Which one did we want? No brains. Not that one for sure. This one, I guess. Oh, a rock. Who needs to understand when you can feel the gibberish? Yeah! Oh. Wait, what did I miss? Oh! Swiftiness. There we go. Something strong for the most strong-headed lady I know.
I'm ready to admit you've lost every argument against me.
Thank you, Flowers!
What is this drink is splendid, I'll give you that. See, with one of these, your worries will be washed away with flavor. Good or bad, it depends on the day.
I found your apathy borders on tragedy.
And I find your hero complex unsustainable. Remember, kiddo, they don't build those statues for folks who are alive.
Who cares about statues? My purpose is my purpose, and I don't care who immortalizes me.
You were supposed to die, girl. Life is much more meaningful than that. Anyway, my purpose is winning at cards right now. Good luck with your delusions.
I apologize on her behalf. It's fine.
Tia! Tia, are you dying?
No, she was purely speaking of the hypothetical.
I'm not sure what that means, but it doesn't sound like it could damage your armor. But you know, maybe we should listen to her advice. At least a little bit, you know. My granny always said, with age comes the priceless wisdom of mistakes.
I think your grandma's advice would be much more helpful than whatever a failed hero has to say. You think retirement is a failure? One's post should never be abandoned. If you can still serve this world, you should. Not sure if that's bleak or inspiring. The latter. She was right about one thing, though. The past is full of terrible disasters that we prevented. Which means that this too could have been attempted before. It's not very successfully. Knowledge is something so vile must be scarce and well guarded, maybe even abandoned. I have never come across anything like this anywhere in the Aperture's library. Granted, the Aperture has only been standing for a little over 2 decades, no? Its library can't be that vast. Many of the Order's books were relocated to the new stronghold. But I do believe that we don't currently harbor the knowledge I seek. For that, other avenues must be explored. What are you considering?
We could ask everyone we come across until we find someone who knows something.
Good idea, but that would take far too long. I think we should look for the Everbloom archives.
Is that a book club?
An ancient one. Everbloom was one of the great 7 Maiden archives. The Gaian one, to be specific.
We need Scully!
Legend has it there used to be one on each plane, even taught the planet of the dead. They were once filled with all the knowledge of their cosmos and grew in size every day, thanks to their fearless archivists. But they fell into unknown foe and have been lost to time ever since. I believe one of them could hold the answers we seek. Innkeeper, do you perhaps know where we could find this archive? Nope, not much of a librarian, unfortunately. Disappointing.
But you could keep an eye out for it, right? You could ask all the scholarly people that pass through here.
Of course, I can do that. Perhaps you can start by asking that bounty hunter once she's done gambling all her money away. You could ask her yourself. I would rather not. I'll take that terrible task off your hands then. Wonderful. You wouldn't need more than a day to take care of all this, right? I could do with a little more time. Nonsense. We don't have more time. I need your full commitment in this, Innkeeper. This is very short notice, as are disasters typically, hence the vigilance. I shall return to a fully prepared quest tomorrow morning. Okay. In the meantime, you should rest. Don't be ridiculous. I have things to do, people to help, prayers to consult. Uno was right. A good night's sleep would do wonders for you. I could even offer you some coupons to a beautiful swamp spa. Fine, I'll take one or two, though they won't be put to much use. If I rest now, who will this world have faith in? I shall see you tomorrow. Aww! Clay would love to go to the spa. It's always nice to see burnout happening in real time.
Don't worry, I'll go with her and make her some soup. Soup always helps me when I have a headache, and it looks like she has a big one. Do you want some soup as well?
Yes, please.
I'll bring some by tomorrow. Do you have any allergies?
No, thank you, Clay.
Anytime. The recipe will be a surprise. Have a superb day. I'll take some of those coupons too.
Wonderful.
Talking through everything really helped. Thank you.
I'm happy to hear that. I hope you held on to those seashells. Catching up with some astral friends might make you feel a little better.
Actually, I was thinking I could use the shells to make some friendship bracelets for Tia and I. I want to carve them into stars. I think that's something you have to make. I think that sometimes you have to make something beautiful out of the things that hurt you. Otherwise, you're left with anger that has nowhere to go. Do you like being angry?
No, I don't.
Me neither.
We all get angry sometimes. It's not the most fun, but it's important. Never getting angry doesn't solve anything either. It just makes you smaller and smaller until people no longer see you as someone they need to think about.
At least they're not scared of you.
Anger doesn't make you any more of a monster than silence makes you a saint. Be a whole person, Clay, and don't be scared of who that is.
I'll try and keep her, thank you.
Aww, Clay!
I hope you find a way back to yourself too.
Thank you, Clay. Me too. I wonder if Jade won. Only 9, Rich. Oh, they're still going? Scully! Top of the evening to you. Welcome to my tavern. Oh, what do my magical eyes see? New faces, new acquaintances. Whom do I have the pleasure today?
Oh, a spooky skeleton. I've been seeing one of those in a long time.
Hello there. How incredibly rude of me to leave out introductions. My name is Scully.
Oh, and he's so polite as well. You can come here now, Mrs. Scully, and this over there's my friend Jane.
Ah, fellow Maida, but with more skin left. Which isn't immensely difficult, I suppose. Glad to make your acquaintances, Una and her friend Jade. Jade, that's a beautiful necklace you have there. Scully, shouldn't you be named after a gemstone? As far as I'm aware, Maida last names reference their bones, no? Correct. But I cannot remember what my poor bones are made out of. Death has left quite a lot of gaps in this head of mine. Let me have a look. Looks like alabaster to me. Oh, that's why her arms look like that, because her bones are jade. Hard to say without a thorough analysis, though. Alabaster. That does sound familiar. Like an old name, perhaps? I'm not sure, but it's worth investigating. Thank you, Jade. Still, let us stick with Scully until we have more detailed information. I think I should be going now. I still have work to do.
What a coincidence, I happen to want to say the exact same thing. But won't be rude for us to leave that distinguished gentleman all by himself. I think one has to definitely stay longer. Isn't it cool that both of you have bones made of shimmering gemstones?
That is true. I haven't seen another Maida since I woke up. So, anywhere between 2 weeks and 2 centuries ago.
See the matter way. Well, best I make the two of you to become friends.
Huh?
Anyway, see ya.
That was quick.
Indeed.
I guess a woman her age knows what she wants.
Hex! Good mythical morning.
It's well past sunset, Hex.
That might be true, but it's still...
Morning somewhere, I know.
You got it.
But today I'm not here to talk with you about primordial magic. Today we're gonna celebrate my sister.
Greetings, everyone.
Great.
I can't. Should I give her that voice?
Come on in. Pleased to meet you. My name is Scully.
Trade.
You can call me Hex.
This Grace, my little sister. Oh, this is Grace, my little sister. Yes, I know she's taller than me. You can keep it to yourselves. We're here to celebrate, not roast, though some fire might be fun.
No fireballs inside, Hexagon. Is there Hexagon?
If you insist, a fireless party it is then. My bones are aching for a party. I haven't attended one in what feels like an eternity. What's the occasion?
My wonderfully talented sister
Oh, dang it, I'm mixing the voices.
Grace is a trans woman. We never mentioned it. Like it couldn't make more clear having her color palette being. Oh! Usually when I see the color palette, I'm like trans.
As if they have that color palette, then it makes sense.
My wonderfully talented sister successfully defended her wizard doctoral thesis just today. She can now call herself an actual full-blown Selenite witch.
It's not that special, honestly.
I beg to differ. That's a majorly big deal. Congrats.
Why? I think it's pretty. It can mean both things. It can mean a pretty color palette and also the trans flag and also every beautiful thing ever.
You're very sweet, thank you.
I have to agree with everyone. You should be proud of yourself.
How about a drink on the house to celebrate your graduation?
Hex already told me you're a real magician, magical connoisseur. I would love to taste one of your creations, Innkeeper.
It really depends on the person and their experiences with each kind of world. Matcha. But one hints where you can. Yeah, exactly. It's true. Sometimes you do just wanna give a little shout out. I don't think they're gatekeeping colors. I know a lot of people that obviously aren't trans and they use that color palette. And then I know a lot of people that do. Colors are colors, but as someone who is LGBT plus themselves, I typically associate it with trans. So, yeah.
Hex already told me you're a magician connoisseur. I would love the taste of your creations, Innkeeper. But I don't know what to pick. Could you recommend something to me?
Yeah!
This is cruel trivia.
Nom nom nom.
That sounds lovely. My brain could use a little pick-me-up.
Coming right up.
Now we will give you brains. Wait, where's the brains one? So, no, we got a new brain one. Aha! Peak sunset. You.
1, 2, 3. They're in their 40s?
That's so good.
I made a sparkling nebula, which I guess is fine because it's still characters older than me that aren't vampires or elves. Yeah, I really like the diverse age.
My, this is delightful.
See? Told ya. She definitely knows her craft. Say, innkeeper, do you have a PhD in mixology by any chance? I do too! Last time I checked, no, but I do have a lot of experience. Took me a while to get the hang of it.
I can tell. Your drinks are really tasty. I could easily go for another round of debating right now.
Is anyone else up for a drink? Nah, not yet. I'm still energized from earlier. Old timer. Yeah?
They do!
What is your carbon dating? Carbon dating?
Scully Hex, what about you two? I'm good, don't want to steal the show today.
I would love a refreshment for these old bones, actually. Perhaps something that'll bring back the charm of the olden days. At your service. I mean, if you... It's hard if you yourself only associate that color with a specific thing, then, it's hard to not see it as that specific thing. But there are people out there with different points of views. Some people see Sylveon. Some people see bubblegum. Some people see cotton candy. I think it's a very cotton candy-like color.
Cotton candy, yeah! Bubblegum, bazooka, zooka, bubblegum.
Food is just too strong. It is. It depends on your experiences and your life. And what kind of things you've been. Wow, Pokemon made a Pokemon inspired on the... I do think about that too. Alright, where the heck... What was I doing? 1,000 wins?
Poplio line!
Oh, I love Poplio. Poplio, my baby. Poplio is one of my Pokemon that I would have as Nono because it's a little circus guy.
Just a little baby.
Does 1,000 wins need another thing? I think it might. It does. Wait. This one.
It's just a little Baba boy. Yo!
Ooh, matches him. Here you go, a drink for the charming gentleman. Oh! What a lovely taste. It warms my bones inside and out. Should I be worried? Maybe it's an undead thing. Well, feel practically, it would be possible for a magical drink to warm one's bones. You just need...
You and your wildest dreams, Hexy. Maybe leave those experiments to someone with an actual laboratory for once.
All that talk about studying and degrees brings me back so many old memories. I also was a scholar once. I spent my life as an archivist at the Gaian Everbloom Archives, to be precise, before my, well, supposedly endless and eternal slumber.
I've read a lot about the old archivists, but I've never had the chance to talk to one.
Well, obviously, they're all dead. All of them. Yes, the archives were destroyed ages ago. They're mostly a myth now. Oh, that's quite sad. A lot of knowledge must have gotten lost with them. I guess so.
If you wouldn't mind, Scully, I'd love to hear more about them. Maybe we can revive some of that old knowledge.
It would be my pleasure, but sadly I cannot remember much of my research. All those years below ground without sunlight don't seem to be good for my memory. It's been a few centuries since I've been alive, so I'm not even sure where one would find the archives nowadays. Or their ruins, rather. Do you remember the environment surrounding them? Maybe that could help. A little, I believe. I might have even woken up close by. My early memories as a skeleton are quite hazy. During my lifetime, the archives were located deep underground. Gaia's lively blessings were juxtaposed with a hostile and lifeless mountain range. They were surrounded by nothing but rocks and boulders, as sharp as talons and fangs. Even if you made it out of the mountains, you'd be greeted by either dry steps or a poisonous lake. The liquid in that lake could singe the meat right off your bones. I know where this is! We did lore research about this last time. I knew someone that fell into that lake once. I remember it as if it were yesterday. Well, that sounds like not the best place to build an important archive stronghold.
Wouldn't necessarily agree. They say the books and scrolls of the Mahidan archives contain all the mysteries of our world and the realms that surround us. Of course you'd have to protect that knowledge. Would be a shame if someone... Anyways.
I think I know the place Scully's talking about. Oh? Sounds just like the gravel mac. Sharp rocks next to a poisonous lake. There's no way a location like that exists twice, on this plane at least. Or else I would have heard of it. I wouldn't recommend going there. I bet it's exponentially dusty after all these years.
But think about all those hidden treasures, knowledge left untouched for millennia. That sounds a little too ambitious even for you. Fine.
Your delicate wizard sensibilities wouldn't last a day in the gravel mech anyways.
Oh, and you would?
Who can say? Anyway, I gotta go now. Shared enough secrets of the trade today already. Thank you for your reluctant service.
Bye!
We zoomed in. What a lovely young lady. She would have made for a great archivist.
And a grumpy one. I'm sure she's just had a long day. As I have, honestly, I'm very tired.
I'm absolutely sure of that. You should be proud of yourself nonetheless. You seem like the kind of person to downplay your achievements. And getting your PhD really isn't something small or insignificant.
It's nothing, really. I spent a lot of time researching. Defining my thesis was a mere formality.
Scully and my point still stands, and I'm sure your brother would agree with us.
Absolutely. You're all very kind. I really appreciate it. How about we call it a day? It's already getting late.
Splendid idea, as I would expect from a witch like you.
Seems fair. Seems fair. Hope you get to enjoy the rest of your evening, Innkeeper.
I will, feel practically.
Bye-bye, guys!
Oh, we got the quest! Oh, hold on. There we go. Gracie's my second fave. She's so cute. I like how your faves are just little nerd siblings. The Lost Maiden Everbloom archives are said to offer infinite knowledge to anyone with unanswered questions. Its ruins lie deep within the gravel mac, a dangerous and lifeless mountain range that reminds me of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the big library that's under the sand. Next siblings are adorable too. They're very sweet. Oh, I didn't finish reading that.
With the big old owl!
Sweep, 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 sweep. Trouble in paradise! Okay, I think we'll have to stop for today. It's been about 3 hours and I need to rest my voice. Oh, Clay! soup.
Where's my soup? Where's my soup? Where's my soup?
Oh, I should say. You picked them, but I'm also the eldest sister of seven siblings. I read the chaos gremlin the hex a bit too much. Aw, that's so cute. That's so good. Must be so nice to see your children. Basically, they're your children. Gosh, yes, rest up. It was a fun stream. Thank you! I've been doing a lot of reading recently with this game. Kaito gifted me, Tangle Tower, I believe. And that looks really, really fun. So I might play that, but I do want to make sure I get Dark Souls on my gaming roster because that definitely needs to be played. I'll do Doki Doki afterwards because that's a lot of reading too. And thank you, Hazard! Kaito, why are you doing this? Because Kaito is so kind and generous. I'm gonna look up Dark Souls though. Dark Souls. I do Doki Doki and Dark Souls. What the heck? How many Dark Souls? I spelled it wrong. 1. Dark Souls. I have a lot to play! It's overwhelming sometimes.
Rest thy voice, Snickle Fritz will do the reading now.
I found it. Aw, thanks, Snickle Fritz. Technically, I would say that it was Cordy. Because Cordy bought me a lot of games. Kaito buys me really cute games that I can play either on my spare time or... Well, not Tangle Tower. Tangle Tower I would want to play on screen. I have to play... what do I have to play? Well, maybe if you ever finish games, you know... That's a good thing that I'm finishing this game, right? Right? Up to 90% off. Oh! Is this tomorrow? Oh, this weekend it's gonna be up to 90% off, bro. It's gonna be so good. You don't look like a carnival. Look at my little hat. What do you mean? I'm a carnival mage. So this is... It's on my list, but it's not 90% off yet. Maybe I have to wait? Followage! Let me press on you. Don't worry, I'll tell you. Your followage since March 20th, 2024. That always reminds me. I'm surprised how many times you guys use that now. I'm gonna actually, don't have it open. I'm gonna open it now. If I crash, it's because I opened up a browser. But you're not the carnival, you're just the owner of the carnival. That's true, but before I wasn't even the owner of the carnival. Before I was just a seller. Are you streaming tomorrow? I should be, yes! Yes. I might take a break and do some rigging tomorrow. It depends on how I'm feeling. Because on Wednesday we have Warrior Cats, which is more reading. So I want to like... Otherwise it'd be like reading. You telling me you were just a saleswoman? Yes, I was. My very first lore was that I was a balloon seller at a carnival. And I called it Nono's Carnival, even though technically I wasn't. And then I became just a employee. And then I got upgraded, and now I'm the owner of Nono's Carnival. I am the carnival. In 3 days, can you believe human age 1 year older each year? That's crazy. I couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. You were just a minimum wage. I was. Now I'm not, though. Now I'm the owner. I've been promoted. Isn't that nice? In the meantime, what was I gonna do? YouTube. Let's see, streamer bot check-in card? Let's see. I think it was streamer bot follow edge card. So in a swift play, you both tall strokes. There we go. Okay. Follow edge command. Thanks. I'll steal that on the spot. What the? That's mine! Till he goes. Oh. My phone lit up for some reason. Anyways, guys! I will... Wait, I need to find someone to raid. Twitch. Ours now. No!
Ours now.
Today we shall raid... I need to find someone who isn't... Is Cthulhu? Diggy! Oh, Diggy I think is family friendly. Yeah, Diggy. Possum, hi! Thank you so much for the resub! We're gonna raid Diggy. Does that work?
What animal? I'm a tiger.
Raid. Pum 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 pum. Oh wait, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe for some rigging, maybe for something else. We'll see. All right, it was nice meeting y'all for 10 minutes. Yeah! See you guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you, Kaito. If you didn't hear me say thank you for the gift again. Thank you for the gift. I'm excited for it. It is so up my alley. Oh my god, that's such a cute little bouncy emote. What the...